Y'all, I'm doing a list on things of why black women do not date outside their race. And these are things that black women have spoke about. I found this online because I was just wanting to browse around to see like what was in the mind of black women when it comes to dating outside your race. So here go some things, and I put a little input on what I think, dating outside your race is never a problem. Dating outside your culture is. So, but pretty much they're saying like it's not the race itself, it's the culture, like what your culture is, like how is your belief in your culture that can affect dating outside your race. I believe that. I believe it's the culture because most of the time it's culture related. Like it's what your culture think. Like you see you see a white woman with a black man, that it's gonna be stares of like, why you with the white woman, and it is culture related. So I would definitely say that's the truth with that. Another thing is stereotypes is why people do not date outside their race. They saying black women are too angry, too independent, and they're too strong. And these are traits that makes them desirable or to their romantic partner. Um, Let me touch on that a little bit. I would have to say this with the too angry. I Every of women get angry. Like black women are not the only race that gets upset, get angry. Look at the Karens. Look at the Karens out here that, they're not just called Karens. It's just the behavior they have portrayed. Angry, you know, problematic. It's not the only thing is black women have only with anger. It's other races too. Look at Karens. Problematic, angry, loud, vicious, obnoxious. That's not only a black woman trait considering that. So, too independent. Why? Why are black women considered as independent? Because a lot of times they have to carry the weight of the man. And the man should carry the weight and the woman should be there to help. So it's verse. So I would have to say the men have made black women be so independent because they have no other choice. So that's gotta look at that too. Too strong. Why? Let me go back there. The man have made the woman be too strong because in the sense of she have to be strong because she's with a man who can be a little too weak, or due to the situations we in, it's discrimination. So look, black is not for the weak. So if you're African American, it's not for the weak. So you have to be strong. So that's just what it is. We are a race that's always, something is drama towards the race. So we have to be strong. This is not black. Being black is not for the weak. So that kind of make me mad with the stereotypes. So, and these are desirable. These are traits that's undesirable as a romantic partner. I don't know about all that. So I'm not even gonna touch on that. Fear of the unknown, don't know what to expect. That's possibility that somebody, if you have not ever dated outside your race, you don't know. You don't know how the culture's gonna clash. Like you don't know, are you gonna be relatable? That's another one. Are you relatable? Can you relate? It's just this. I think more so black women feel fear that. I think that's the biggest fear of not being able to relate, and somebody dating outside their race or their partner is not gonna be able to understand their culture, understand them, and if they are they gonna always say crazy things to a black woman, like the hair, the makeup, the skin, just the bonnets on your head, the stereotypes of a black woman. Like, it's always that. And nobody want to keep being reminded, oh, I like your hair. Is that extensions? Like nobody want to keep being reminded. So it's a fear of not understanding the culture. So that is fearful. But you got to understand, if you're going to date outside your race, you have to be able to both of y'all have to come together, be able to teach one another and learn about each other culture, because it's some things about their culture you just don't know, and vice versa with our culture. They just don't know. How would they know unless they have like black friends, people that have been around that can actually relate with and understand the culture, but they just don't know. They not outside your race. So if you want to teach, there you go. Some cultures only date in their race. That's possible. That is definitely true. Some cultures only date in their race. They just what they do. If they don't, it's gonna be hell to pay, But Most high on, excuse me, most highly earned black women date only outside their race. Yes and no. They pretty much said no low income woman really date outside her race. But you do see a lot of you do see a lot of women who are in higher positions, like, corporate and just, management positions. Just, they do typically, sometimes date outside their race. I don't know it's about their high income of earnings, but they do sometimes. I have seen that numerous times. Dating outside of your race could be a disaster if their families and friends could destroy it. That's possible. If you allow that, family and friends could destroy your relationships if they're racist or biased to stuff, or prejudiced to stuff. Yeah, they definitely could if you allow them. But, I can tell you it'd be definitely hard to bring somebody around if they're not, culturally fluent on other races and stuff. So that can be a possibility. So that's something to look at. Yeah, they're your family and friends, and you definitely want to have a relationship with your family and your friends, and that could somewhat jeopardize that or destroy your marriage or your relationship. So that's something to think about. So you always have to look at that too, like who are these people you're around and what their thoughts on dating outside your race. Do they date outside their race? Do they know anybody? Because some people just don't know anybody. You can see anybody, but do you actually really know somebody who dates outside their race? It could be when it's in your face, it's a different atmosphere. But I think that can be a thing too. If nobody have never been around someone dating outside their race. Another one is not attracted to people outside their race. They only attracted to black men. It's a possibility too. I actually know a lot of black women that are only attracted to black men. So that's really very common that their attraction is only to black men. It's not the fact that they don't want to date outside their race. It's just they're just not appealing to them. And that's a lot of times in the black community with women, black women. They're just not appealing to them. Now, if they come across somebody who's attractive and they, they have their eye on them, that's different. But for the most day-to-day person, a black woman, a lot of them are just not attracted to people outside their race. And here go a good one here, y'all. While they push for the black women to date outside of our race, they stand in line waiting for our black men. I don't know about that. I mean, I don't know. That's a topic for another video about that. I don't really want to touch on that, but that's another topic for that. And last but not least, race discrimination. Just they scared to date because they may be discriminated. Or guys who they want to date outside their race, they just not interested in a woman who is black. And they still biased and racist and, all that jazz there when it comes to dating a black woman. And that's what it is. Like they look at black women as certain type of, women, let me go back to angry. They have heard, because if a person outside their race, we're going to say a white guy, if he never dated a black woman, he can't say what she is and what she's not, because that's, you can't personally say that if you haven't dated one. So I think a lot of discrimination be with that as well. In your color, your skin, they just don't want to date a black woman, due to what the past history of black people. But definitely, I think a lot of stereotypes when it comes to discrimination, of loud, ghetto, ratchet, weave, just all the ratchetness. And then you see people like these guys who's mocking women with the wigs, and they making black women seem like they're only ratchet, trashy, non-classy, no type of class about themselves, no sophistication about themselves. So that can make discrimination of a little more hard as well, because people look at stuff like that. They look at black women like, damn, that's how y'all act. I never had one, but damn, is that how y'all act? And they making it bad to date black women because of stuff like that, or seeing things on TV, the reality shows, women fighting all the time, always some drama, in the hood, ratchet, got the drug dealer guys, always got the bad boys, and it makes it hard for women who are really not like that and not relatable to that kind of lifestyle. So I feel like all of these are definitely things to think about why black women do not date outside their race. This came from black women and their thoughts on that. So I can't do nothing but respect it due to the fact that I'm a black woman. I can't, I have to respect this. And yeah, y'all. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Write in the comments below on what y'all think why black women don't date outside their race. Personally, y'all, I haven't ever dated outside my race. I have not. So, yeah. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, y'all. Until the next video, I'm out.